सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तावत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। ओम निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवण त्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। संकल्पः श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मनः परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातुः गुरुतत्व गुरुपरम्परायाः अनुग्रहेण समस्त शास्त्रोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अवाप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशांति कल्याणार्थं समस्त साधक भक्त जनानां विघ्न निवारण शक्ति साधना संपदा अवाप्त्यर्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणस्य नवमस्कन्धस्य पारायणम् एकादशस्कन्धस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणम्। So many ways satsangas happen. One of the uniqueness in our satsangas is we keep the book in front, we chant the mantras and thus feel the chant of those mantras. And honestly, what is given to us by the rishis, munis, gurus, that alone we study. And also in that, the mukti marga through the bhakti, jnana and yoga. We also have our sankalpa for the entire world, prayers for entire worlds, abhyudaya as well as nishreyasa. So this speciality uniqueness of studying Shastra, although is difficult, although may not be like would I everyone, many people to say, just tell us the stories enough. But this also is one of the wonderful things where by ourselves we are uh, looking at the Shastram, feeling the chant of it, and tuning ourselves to the Upadesha of the Gurus. So we will continue like this, each one has their own way. Ours is this way. Whether somebody gets liking to it or not, appreciates or not, but we do this way. And that's our great joy that we are extending our gratitudes to the Rishimunis who have given us these Shastras by studying them. Now let us do the chanting in the ninth skandha of the 13th chapter, where the Surya Vamsha comes to almost conclusion. Chandra Vamsha Varnana starts, I think. Let us see. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Parayanam Atha Navamaskandha Trayodashodhyayah. Shri Shuka Uvacha Nimirikshva Kutanayah Vasishtham Avrutartwijam Arabhya Satram Sopyaha Shakrena Pragvrutosmi Bhoh Tam Nirvartyagamishyami Tavan Mam Pratipalaya तूष्णीमासीत् गृहपतिः सोपीन्द्रस्य करोन्मखं निमिश्चलमिदं विद्वान् सत्रमारभदात्मवान् ऋत्विग्भिरपरैस्तावत् नागमत् यावता गुरुः शिष्यव्यतिकरं वीक्ष्य निर्वर्त्य गुरुरागतः अशपत् पतताद्देहः निमेः पण्डितमानिनः निमिः प्रतिददौ शापं गुरवे अधर्मवर्तिने तवापि पतताद्देहः लोभाद्धर्ममजानतः इत्युत्ससर्जस्वं देहं निमिरध्यात्मकोविदः मित्रावरुणयोर्जग्ने पूर्वश्यां प्रपितामहः गन्धवस्तुषु तद्देहं निधाय मुनिसत्तमाः समाप्ते सत्रयागेऽथ देवान् ऊचुः समागतान् राज्ञो जीवतु देहोऽयं प्रसन्नाः प्रभवो यदि तथेत्युक्ते निमिः प्राह मा भून्मे देहबन्धनं यस्य योगं न वाञ्छन्ति वियोगभयकातराः भजन्ति चरणाम्बोजं मुनयो हरिमेधसः देहं नावरुत्सेहं दुःखशोकभयावहं सर्वत्रास्य यतो मृत्युः मत्स्यानाम् उदके यथा देवा ऊचुः विदेह उष्यतां कामं लोचनेषु शरीरिणाम् उन्मेषणनिमेषाभ्यां लक्षितोऽध्यात्मसंस्थितः अराजकभयं नॄणां मन्यमाना महर्षयः देहं ममन्तुः स्म निमेः कुमारः समजायत जन्मना जनकः सोऽभूत् वैदेहस्तु विदेहजः मिथिलो मथनाज्जातः मिथिला येन निर्मिता तस्मादुदावसुस्तस्य पुत्रोऽभूत् नन्दिवर्धनः ततः सुकेतुस्तस्यापि देवरातो महीपते तस्मात् बृहद्रथस्तस्य महावीर्यः सुधृत्स्पिता सुधृतेर्धृष्टकेतुर्वै हर्यश्वोऽथमरुस्ततः मरोः प्रतीपकस्तस्मात् जातः कृतिरथो यतः देवमीढस्तस्य सुतः विश्रुतोऽथ महाधृतिः कृतिरातस्ततस्तस्मात् महारोमाथ तत्सुतः स्वर्णरोमासुतस्तस्य ह्रस्वरोमा व्यजायत ततः सीरध्वजो जज्ञे यज्ञार्थं कर्षतो महीम सीतासीराग्रतो जाता तस्मात् सीरध्वजः स्मृतः कुशध्वजस्तस्य पुत्रः ततो धर्मध्वजो नृपः धर्मध्वजस्य द्वौ पुत्रौ कृतध्वजमितध्वजौ कृतध्वजात् केशिध्वजः खाण्डिक्यस्तु मितध्वजात् कृतध्वजसुतो राजन् आत्मविद्याविशारदः खाण्डिक्यः कर्मतत्त्वज्ञः भीतः केशिध्वजाद्धृतः भानुमांस्तस्य पुत्रो भूतु शतद्युम्नस्तु तत्सुतः शुचिस्तत्तनयस्तस्मात् सनद्वाजस्ततो अभवत् ऊर्ध्वकेतुः सनद्वाजात् अतः पुरुजित्पुतः सनद्वाजात् अजोतपुरुजित्सुतः अरिष्टनेमिस्तस्यापि श्रुतायुस्तत्सुपार्श्वकः ततश्चित्ररथो यस्य क्षेमधिर्मिथिलाधिपः तस्मात् समरथस्तस्य सुतः सत्यरथस्तदः आसीदुपगुरुस्तस्मादु उपगुप्तोऽग्निसम्भवः वस्वनन्तोऽथ तत्पुत्रः युयुधो यत्कुभाषणः सुभाषणः श्रुतस्ततो जयस्तस्मात् विजयोऽस्माद्द्रुतः सुतः शुनकस्तत्सुतो जज्ञे वीतिहव्योद्धृतिस्ततः बहुलाश्वो धृतेस्तस्य कृतिरस्य महावशी एते वै मैथिला राजन् आत्मविद्याविशारदाः योगेश्वरप्रसादेन द्वन्द्वैर्मुक्ता गृहेष्वपि इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां नवमस्कन्धे त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, श्री भागवत शरणं मम, श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्री सूत शरणं मम, श्री शुकदेव शरणं मम, श्री व्यास शरणं मम, श्री नारद शरणं मम, श्री कुमार शरणं मम, श्री ब्रह्मा शरणं मम, श्री विष्णु शरणं मम, श्री परब्रह्म शरणं मम, श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. ॐ गङ्गरोति वाचालं वङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं. स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्त्ययं रसः अतपिबन्धु सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चत करेजद. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणमेकादशस्कन्धः. मुक्तिरेत्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः. अथ एकोनत्रिंशोऽध्यायः. Let us chant from 34th mantra. Shri Bhagavanuvaच मर्त्यो यदा त्यक्तसमस्तकर्मा निवेदितात्मा विचिकीर्षितो मे तदामृतत्वं प्रतिपद्यमानः मयात्मभूयाय च कल्पते वै. श्रीशुक उवाच इत्येवमादर्शितयोगमार्गः तदोत्तमश्लोकवचो निशम्य बद्धाञ्जलिः प्रीत्युपरुद्धकण्ठः न किञ्चिदूचेश्रुपरिप्लुताक्षः विष्टभ्य चित्तं प्रणयावघूर्णं धैर्येण राजन् बहुमन्यमानः कृताञ्जलिः प्राह यदुप्रवीरं शीर्ष्णा स्पृशंस्तच्चरणारविन्दम्. उद्धव उवाच विद्रावितो मोहमहान्धकारः य आश्रितो मे तव सन्निधानात् विभावसोह किं नु समीपगस्य शीतं तमोभिः प्रभवन्त्यजाद्य प्रत्यर्पितो मे भवतानुकम्पिना भृत्याय विज्ञानमय प्रदीपः हित्वा कृतज्ञस्तव पादमूलं कोऽन्यत् समीयात् शरणं त्वदीयम्. वृक्नश्च मे सुदृढः स्नेहपाशः दाशार्हवृष्ण्यन्धकसात्वतेषु प्रासारितः सृष्टिविवृद्धये त्वया स्वमायया ह्यात्मसुबोधहेतिना. नमोऽस्तु ते महायोगिन् प्रपन्नमनुषादिमां यथा त्वच्चरणाम्भोजे रतिः स्याद् अनपायिनी. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Saluting entire Bhagavata avatars, Acharyas, Guru Parampara, all the Bhaktas in Bhagavatam, Parabrahma Tattva, Shruti Mata, and then our own Guru Parampara, our own Swaguru. When we were chanting Bhagavatam, Navama Skandham, when we were seeing Raja Nimi's Vamsha, and before that, the entire ninth Skandha, Ishanu Katha, was telling us about the names of the Vamsha, Rajas, and all of them, and some story of some of them. What was thought about when we were studying or listening was, many have come, many have gone. In that vast, huge Kala Chakra, in that Srishti, between the Srishti and Laya, in one Yuga or one Chatur Yuga or one Maha Yuga or in one Brahmadeva's one day or in one Brahmadeva's Ayurdhayam, thousands and lakhs and crores of the Jivas have come. Not only Jivas, great people have come, greatest people have come, including Bhagavan's avatars also have come, and they all have gone away. What mattered and counted in their arrival, departure was how much each one of, while living their stipulated period of lifetime, how much they did Papa Punya, how much they fulfilled their dharma and adharma, how much they influenced the world around positively, negatively, and finally, how much they themselves have neared to the Lord. That was the main thing mattered. Rest all is details, rest all is history. Whether somebody reads my history or not, how will it help me? It will not help me. What helps me is, have I created history or not by my doing? And in all the doings, only these three: dharmam, then punyam, then adhyatmikata. And whoever that way, through adhyatmikata, have found Bhagavad Anubhuti in themselves and got mukta, they won the game, wherein they were the players, they were the opponents. Their own samsara was the opposition. Their own sadhana was the their team, and they won the game by discovering that Bhagavan in themselves. In the same way, learning from all of them, what we have to see also is see, we lived our life so far. Some more years we live as much as Lord wants us. What counts, what matters, is not creating anything outside, not seeking anything from anybody. It's only how much fulfilling the dharma we can't participate in the totality. Doing the punya contributed to the totality, as well as doing the adhyatmic sadhana reached to the totality or Paramatma. Our focus should be only on this. Rest all about other people, about ourselves, what others think and all. उसमें कुछ ना लेना है ना कुछ देना है. Like I am doing all these classes for you from last 2 3 years. What is the outcome of all that by doing all that? Only that. How much I gained out of the Shastra Dhenam, how much I got convinced, what amount of sadhana of bhakti, yoga, jnanam I have done to reach to the experience of my own inner self. The bottom line, the balance sheet, the final thing is this only. Every details are so many, that so many things I have done outside, I have achieved so much. But in the balance sheet, the spiritual, remember carefully, spiritual understanding, spiritual effort, spiritual reaching. If these columns are nil, 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 then we have done nothing. Even those who have reached the spiritual columns may great things, nobody cares. But for that individual, that is emancipation, that is the redemption, that is the liberation, that is the moksha. So therefore, stop going external in any fashion for any reason. Start going internal for the main reason that I have to get to my own personal mukti. Have to enter into the experience of the divinity within me. Let me put all my remaining time, efforts, abilities only in this direction. If this comes to us, then we have really understood the purpose of Ishanukatha, the Bhagavata or all Puranas, giving the story of so many. कल को कोई हमको याद नहीं करेगा, कोई जरूरत भी नहीं है. बट क्या जाएगा निशान कि हमने क्या साधना की. ज्ञानम एंड संस्कारम, दे गो टुगेदर, they go with us. How much jnanam we have gained of tattva, how many of positive, negative, spiritual samskaras through practices we gained, that goes with us. So let us develop all the positive, dynamic, spiritual samskara. So too the spiritual jnanam about tattva, when we gain, then that goes with us. Or in this very life only, we can dismantle the layers of ignorance, delusions, illusions, confusions of the Jiva Jagat Ishvara's reality and their Veda, and go beyond the one Abheda Vastu called as Paramatma. Let us focus only on that. Then we are really maturing ourselves in our understanding through the regular satsanga and study of the Shastra. Let the others do their works. Don't try to copy them nor try to force yourself on them. Let everybody do their own way. But for us, this is the clarity. Through the study of every of the katha, story of every of the bhakta or raja or anybody, what I have to learn is how I am wasting or wasted my time for the worldliness, or how much I have to use my time for my evolution. That is important. Now, having said so, we have now almost reached to the end of Ekadasha Skandha, Mukti Skandha, Jnana Skandha. As we told you initially as many a times, the Dashama Skandha is the Hrudaya of Bhagavata Rupi Krishna, and Ekadasha Skandha is the Mastishka of the Bhagavata Rupi Krishna. The remaining skandhas are the Angas of Bhagavata Rupi Krishna. Krishna only is as Bhagavata expressing. Bhagavata in and through as the Krishna only. So in that, the Dashama, where Krishna Avatara was so exhaustively dealt, which we'll be chanting after ninth skandha chapter is over. That is the Hridayam. So there the prema, the bhakti, all were exhaustively told, along with the jnanam wherever it was required. In the 11th Skandha, Mukhya Rupena Jnanam was told, along with Karma, Bhakti, Yoga, Dharma, all of them also are told, but Mukhya Rupena Atma Jnanam, Hitva Anyatha Rupam, Swarupena Vyavasthiti was the theme of the Ekadasha Mukti Skandha. So, of that, we have almost come to conclusion. Bhagavan has in one shloka summarized the gist of all Shastras, gist of Bhagavatam, gist of Ekadasha Skandha, Mukti Sadhana also. Martyo yada tyakta samasta karma niveditatma vichikirshito me tada amrutatvam pratipadyamanaha maya atmabhuyaya kalpate. Why means definitely. दृढ़ निश्चय रूपेण होता ही कल्पते भाई हो ही जाएगा. You will merge with me. That was the teaching. Now, with that, Bhagavan's Upadesha, Bhagavan's Sandesha, Bhagavan's Adesha, everything is over. One more Adesha he will give because Uddhavji asks, Prapannam Anushadhimam, Shadhimam Tuam Prapannam, as Arjuna asks in Gita. Therefore, here also, Gachodhava Maya Adishtaha. One more Adesha will give, but that Adesha is to go to Badri and do Upasana and all. But otherwise, the Shastra Sara of Adhyatmika Jnana, Upadesha, Sandesha, whatever you call the advice and all, here he concluded. Now, what there was a question from him. Api Uddhava Tvaya Brahma Sake Samavdharitam Avividravito Mohaha then Shokascha Api Manobhavaha. That was the question. It has to be answered by Uddhavaji. Because it's not like modern world where doctor gives medicine and not concerned with medicine. Patient also is not concerned. He'll go to other doctor. In earlier days, the family doctors used to take stock of things, visit you in the house to find how the patients are responding to medication, etc. So here also Bhagwan gave such a treatment medicine for Bhavaroga. Obviously he wants to inquire what is its effect on the disease of the patient Uddhava, the Bhavasagara. Then Uddhava also as a patient must reply to the doctor. So Bhagavan Krishna is doctor, Bhagavata Jnanam is the medicine, Uddhava is the patient, Samsara is the Roga. So he should respond also, yes doctor साहब, क्या काम आपकी दवाई ने, आप बताइए क्या करें. So he will tell you, this one you have to do. Next, keep careful. Season is changing. New viruses are coming. So these are the general cautions you have to take. Main thing is don't go out unnecessarily. If there is no work, then what to do, doctor? Sit in the home and watch or listen to Swamiji's classes on all textbooks. So in that way he will tell. Here also Krishna, after listening is don't run here and there. After telling all this, उद्धव जी को कहते हैं भटको मत, गो टू बद्री, बैठो, तपस्या करो, reach me as the self. That will be the thing we will see. But before that, Uddhav ji's those 4 shlokas are beautiful, telling to Krishna that it worked. Your teachings have worked. And how they worked will be told. That shows really it worked. And that shows till that working happens in us, we also have to study again and again the 11th skandha. Many doctors say on the phone when you ask, डॉक्टर साहब थोड़ा बैलेंस हुआ लेकिन पूरा गया नहीं, क्या करूं? Continue. If the food is good in the hotel, you say the order, repeat. So too, if the treatment is not fully done, doctor says repeat the medication. Here also, you and I, if we have not reached to the level Uddhavaji reached, but it's not the problem with medicine. Medicine always works. We have not taken it properly, or we may have to take 1 or 2 or more doses. Let us take. अब जब पक्का हो गया है कि भगवान को पाना is our लक्ष्य, and sadhana we have to do. How many number of times we have to do? What's the hesitation in that? When we have no more other goals of artha kama dharma, when our goal is only moksha through bhakti jnanam, then go on learning this bhakti jnanam through shastra, do sadhana till it happens. You and I should decide. मैं तो डिसाइड कर रहा हूँ, भगवान आपका दर्शन अनुभव प्राप्त होने तक यहाँ वहाँ नहीं भटकूँ मैं, ना भटकूँ, just do the sadhana. Even after reaching you, it's your instrument. You want use whatever the way you want. So this is a clarity. It's called Nishchayatmika Buddhi. Shastra Adhyanam Nirantara Vendu with the prayers to Guru and God, their blessings and Shastra Adhyanam result is in the form of this Dudhati Dudha Nishchaya. I have to reach you, for that I have to do sadhana. No other thing is important to me. So that will be Krishna's advice. Before that, Uddhavaji is saying that this is what I have achieved, this is what the result has happened. Before that, Sri Shukadevaji's two slokas regarding entire thing. Because in the beginning also, when Uddhavaji asked, before Krishna started answer, Shukadevaji gave a commentary. Here also, Krishna's answer is over, Uddhava has to reply. Then Bhagavan Shukadevaji in between just connects the topic. Mm. What did he say? Sri Shuka Uvacha. This is where we start our study today from. Sloka Sankhya 35. Almost completely that sloka we have seen yesterday. We can only straight away go to the next one. But still, ek bar dekhe. So, sa evam. Now I am studying or explaining Sri Shukadevji's commentary to fill up the gap between Sri Krishna withdrawing the speech, Uddhavaji replying. In between that silent time, between 2 hours when the sides change, the commentator gives commentary. In the cricket everywhere. So Shukadevji says, Saha Kaha Uddhavaha. Uddhava Kaha Idanim, who is Uddhava now? Evam Adarshita Yoga Margaha. In this way, exhaustively, the one who was shown the Yoga Marga. Now, which yoga? The yoga has two steps, sadhana part and siddhi part. Siddhi part of yoga is reaching Bhagavan. And the sadhana part is all sadhanas which take us to Paramatma are sadhanas. Like tomorrow we'll say, then whichever the nirodha of the vrittis take us to Swarupa Avasthanam, that is called as yoga. Here also, we need karma yoga, we need ashtanga yoga, we need bhakti yoga, we need jnana yoga. Depending on where do we stand in our spiritual evolution or journey. Therefore, all the upayas Bhagavan gave. All upayas are required for each of sadhaka at different stages of evolution. But at this stage of my evolution, which sadhana I need to do, that I can understand by taking the help of Guru, directly discussing with him. He tells, your goal is Paramatma, that is through Jnanam, but now your chitta is virulent, so do the Vritti Nirodha. Or you are so egoistic, so do the Upasana and surrender. Or you are so extroverted and lazy, therefore do Karma Yoga. Very clear. See, there should be no hesitation between doctor and patient. What rogas the patient has, he should tell. Why these rogas came, the doctor after a diagnosis should tell bluntly and prescribe the medication. Why should there be any sentiments, emotions hiding? In the same way, the Guru clearly knows at what level of evolution the disciple, his mind is there. So accordingly, he says, "Beta, abhi tum gyan ke layak nahi ho. Ab thoda khet ko joto. Your karma yoga time now." What's wrong in knowing and telling and doing? There should be no hesitation at all. So here, Yoga Marga Adarshitaha is all the sadhanas required to be done to reach Paramatma or Asamantat Darshitaha, means properly, exhaustively, Uddhavaji was shown. When you say it is not only the 29th chapter, then entire thesis Bhagavan Krishna developed right from beginning. All that we have to say, that is Yoga Marga, Darshita Yoga Marga, Adarshita Yoga Marga. This Adarshita Yoga Marga is the nominative of Uddhavaji with the Visheshana that he is a Uddhava who is shown the entire Yoga Marga by Bhagavan Krishna. That Uddhava. So, and as we see, though we took time to study, that's because 40 minutes, 1 hour only per day. Otherwise, if you are committed and sit for 3-4 months, entire 11 skandha, Subha, Dopar, Sham, Pado, so like a research scholar, every aspect of sadhana of that you and I can understand. But that way we have not done. We are studying all many other texts also. This also half time it goes for our introduction and our parayanam, just to maintain your mind's interest. You don't know, okay, through that, without getting too much heavy stuffed, you are taken carried every day. That's Lord's idea for our group. So therefore we took time, but otherwise एक बार आप एक एक चैप्टर लिया तो 2 दिन में एक चैप्टर की तरह करो तो 2 महीने में सब हो जाता है. 2 दिन में एक चैप्टर इज सफिशिएंट. सुबह 2 घंटे, दोपहर शाम 3 घंटे ऐसे लगा दो तो वन चैप्टर्स एंटायर थीम कैन बी इजीली word to word can be understood. And through that, you can understand what sadhanas told by Bhagavan. All of them are called as yoga margas. So they are darshita, shown by Lord Krishna to Uddhava. So Uddhava was shown the yoga marga by Lord Krishna. That's the meaning of the sentence. So evam adarshita yoga marga. So you have to, through yoga marga, reach Bhagavan only, not through the bhoga marga, increase the bhava roga in our life. थोड़ा वो हमको देखना है. प्रेय मार्ग से धीरे धीरे श्रेय मार्ग में आना है. And Maya, we have told you million times, if you expose your personality to the Preyo Marga Dusanga, that alone we will start liking it, involving it, destroying ourselves. Other than that, like you and I are doing, exposing our personality to the Yoga Marga through Shastra Dhenam, we start understanding, liking, appreciating, practicing that only. Therefore, in life, Sangha is very important. Dussanga, Durgati, Satsanga, Sadgati. Jaisa Sang Vaisa Rang, we should never forget in our life. Every moment we have to guard ourselves against Dussanga and help us by taking ourselves into Satsanga. So then only, so Yoga Marga Darshane Wale Satsang mein humko jana. So sa eva madarshita yoga margaha saha uddhavaha evam krishnena ekadash skande bhagavata purane आसमंतात दर्शिता योग मार्ग सह उद्धव. कहाँ है स्वामी योग मार्ग? हमको देखा ही नहीं, एक आसन भी बताया नहीं. अरे यार, asanas are not yoga. They are the mod mad. Yoga is those means by which we discover ourselves. Those means by which we discover our surrender at the feet of the Lord at the Upadhi level. Sharanagati. So sa eva madarshita yoga margaha uddhavaha uttama shlokaha vachaha nishamya. So Bhagavan Krishna's these two words, having thoroughly heard with all dedication, love and patience. What are the two words by Krishna heard by Uddhava? One is the entire spiritual knowledge given, that he carefully heard. Second one, the advices and questions of Krishna. So Bhagavan spoke three things, not two. One, the entire yoga sadhana, siddhis, all that he explained. Second is give all instructions toward the end, whom to give, whom not to give, etc. etc. Third one, he asked a question. Has your moha gone away? Has your shoka gone away? Because avidya में मोह होता है, मोह से शोक होता है. Then आत्मविद्या योग विद्या से मोह gone, शोक gone. And shoka moha nivrutyartameva jivanam jivanam. Every human beings, every jiva living life only to get rid of shoka and moha and get into moksha. And shoka moha go away. Avidya go jata hai to avidya goes away only through vidya. So uttama shlokaha vachaha nishamya means one is very very alert, fully paying his attention to listen to Lord Krishna's all these three things. So having nishamya, totally receiving that, then what did he do? Baddhanjali. He just folded his hands. What else one can do, as we said yesterday, to the knowledge given to us by our gurus. To the, see, knowledge part, what they give is 20-30 only. Remaining 70-80%, by sacrificing their own tapashakti, those gurus protect us from our inner and outer problems and obstacles and the wrong paths which we go in subtly, even without our knowledge. Like how much we see of mother's service to us by our eyes, what she is doing, only 10%. 90% we don't see. She goes on doing. We don't observe that she is cleaning the house. She cleaned it for us, cleaned utensils, cleaned the clothes, made the food. How many things she is doing. But do we become aware of everything done by our parents? So to government. How much silently the government is working. Do we know? So to the nature. How much it is taking care of us. Every aspect do we know. So to the presiding deities inside and outside. All the time they are on the job of catering to us. Like in any hospital, patients are lying. They don't know how much the nurses, the doctor, the compounder, the assistants, the medical staff, the non-medical, how much they're all working. In the same way, in our evolution, so Guru's contribution, what we see through eye is very less. What we don't see is very much. 70-80%. Guru, for him, the disciples are like the children to the parents. Of all yonis, not only the human being, even the birds, animals, how much they are caring and loving to their children, their survival, their progress and all. So to the Guru, he has nothing to achieve for himself. He is reached. Then what else he has than this job? He cannot join any politics. He is not interested in the abhaktas and those who are in the worldliness, who don't care him, who don't value him. But those who care him or value him, and whom he also has some hopes, etc., or about whom the Bhagavan has given a job to him. This is how it happens. Bhagavan tells to this Jivan Mukta, they go those 1,000 jivas in 2-3 lives, take this avatara and guide them towards me. Okay, sir. So that is how it happens in the world. The work is going on. So, how much Guru's Upadesha, Guru's Krupa, we can never understand directly. We can see only little bit. So, in this way, what you say, out of understanding a part of it, how much Krishna has done for him through all this guidance, out of Krutagnata, what else can Uddhava do? No disciple can reciprocate or extend gratitude to the Gurus. We know all that. So, Baddhanjali, he just folded his both hands out of devotion. Preeti Uparuddha Kantaha. He was so much in the Preeti, Prema, Bhakti, Kritagnata, etc. His Kantha, the throat was Uparuddha, was totally blocked, choked. Words he could not take out or bring out to express anything. Therefore, na kinchit uche. For some time, he did not speak anything. What can be spoken? In any of the wondrous and experiences in our life, speech gets blocked. Because of that only, what to speak we don't know. Such a great joy. Only thing we say was ah. That aha charati has become ascharya. Aha charati iti ascharya. We all say aha कहते हैं उसी को आश्चर्य. Ascharya is that meaning aha charanam or speaking where we have become dumbed or be numbed or cannot speak in words what we are seeing or what we are experiencing. When somebody gives a very unique gift, very precious, which we really want in our life. Aha charati. That time Priti Uparuddha Kantaha. Nakinchiduche. What else can be spoken? Can any speech? And that we have seen so many times. When you have done a very good thing to someone, that person couldn't express the gratitude. And we pat them, yeah, very good, never mind. So this was the possibility to help you. We have helped it, enjoy. So when others also helped us, we might have gone through. कोई भी हो, कोई नौकरी दिलाया हो, कोई सीट दिलाया हो, कोई मैच फिक्सिंग कराया हो, कोई बिजनेस को शुरू कराया हो, लोन दिलाया हो, या from some problem somebody has saved us through some recommendations, गवर्नमेंट में काम आगे बढ़ाया हो. We have gone through so many of our experience in life. Somebody helped us. No, we don't even have words to say. Sometime very severe accident, taken to hospital on time. क्या क्या है ना? Some life threatening things, we are protected by somebody. What else we can say? So, benumbed ho jate, we can't speak. So, Uddhav ji also, na kinchid uche. So, what is the meaning of this shloka? Shukadev ji is saying to Parikshit ji that Uddhava was he, evam in this way, adarshita yoga marga Uddhava. वो उद्धव जी जिन्होंने भगवान के द्वारा इस तरह से योग मार्ग दिखलाए गए. Then what happened to him? Uttama Shloka Vacha Nichamya. Bhagavan is addressed here as Uttama Shloka. What is the meaning of it? Yesterday we saw highly praiseworthy Lord. Having heard his Baddhanjali, having closed the hands or folded the hands, Preeti Uparuddha Kantaha, the throat choked because of love, devotion, gratitude, all those feelings. But last one, na kinchidu che. He couldn't speak anything. And at that time, what is in the face of Uddhava and eyes and all? Ashru paripluta akshaha. The eyes are filled with the tears of joy, tears of gratitude, tears of respect, tears of devotion, tears of surrender. All of them were filled in his eyes. And you and I who are so much in the worldliness of Kama Krodha, never tasted pure love, never expressed true gratitude, lived life only like a rock. To us, this state of Uddhavaji, to understand or the feel, is definitely difficult. But still we can try ki after getting such a colossal, beautiful mukti giving jnanam directly from Bhagavan Krishna with so much love and patience with all the details, how great would be the joy in a Sri Uddhavaji. So to gratitude. So all that the mouth could not speak and the eyes were speaking. You know, eyes are the great communicators than the mouth we all know. Is it not? If you can study the eyes, you know the depths of the person. Because the person lives through the eyes in the Jagradavastha. Dakshinakshimukhe Vishwaha Manastantyastu Taijasaha Akashe Chadhi Pragnaha Trida Veda Smutaha. You saw the second mantra of our Gaudapada's Karika for the first prakaranam. So, eye reading, if you know. So it shows, therefore, instead of crying for the worldly things, let us cry for the God. And that also, cry for the darshan of the God, cry for the upadesha of the God and Guru when they give, and cry out of gratitude when they give it to us. Is it not? हमें भगवान के लिए रोना सीखना है जिंदगी में, not for anything. We always cry, cranky, frustrated. ये नहीं मिला, वो नहीं मिला, उसने respect नहीं किया. How long all this samsara? Let us really cry for Bhagavad Darshanam and cry for sadhanas to be taught by the Bhagavan and Guru. So Bhagavad Darshana cry is the cry of Arti. Then Bhagavad Upadesha cry is the cry of Jignasa. Then when the whole Jnanam is given, the cry of the Kritagnyata. Then when the Anubhuti comes, it is the tears of fulfillment expressed as gratitude. Ashru paripluta akshaha. But are we feeling that same thing like Uddhava? Because we also studied more detailedly than Uddhava ji. He studied दो एक दिन होगा एक दिन या आधा दिन अपन तो 440 दिन से पढ़ रहे हैं 11th स्कंदा. So yes, crying in other way. Not this way. Ashru pariplataksha. So the Kshipta mode of Vikshipta Bhumika neither can attend nor can learn, therefore not can feel the gratitude, therefore cannot express these emotions of gratitude, respect, devotion. For every of the sadhana, chitta should be brought from rajas tamas into sattva. How to do? We are studying every day in our yoga darshanam, even in all our shastras. That is what we are teaching every day studying. So this is the first shloka commentary by Shukadev ji to Parikshit about the mood of Sri Uddhav ji after receiving this yoga marga from Krishna. Folded hands, could not speak, tears in the eyes, and the throat choked out of Preeti, Prema, Bhakti. But he took some time, but then he came out of it. That's what he says in second shloka. Vishtabhya chittam pranayava धैर्येण राजन् बहुमन्यमानः कृताञ्जलिः प्राह यदुप्रवीरं शीर्ष्णा स्पृशंस्तच्चरणारविन्दम्. How beautiful this chanting, no? And the words and the meaning of it. And behind the meaning, the position of Uddhavji and his emotions and his devotion and his surrender. Life में मजा इन चीज़ों में है, वो रियल मजा है. उसमें कोई कंटेमिनेशन इम्प्योरिटी देयर नो रिग्रेट्स आर गिल्ट्स इन एनी अदर sukha of the indriyas of kama adi korodadi there is if not today tomorrow there will be regrets or guilts and all feeling of inferiorities what nonsense I have done. But these things are always adding to our self-respect and esteem. They are the real gains. So first sloka, Ashru Pariprutakshaha na kinchid uche Priti Uparuddha Kantaha Baddhanjalihi. So hands folded Baddhanjali. Priti Uparuddha Kantaha, throat choked with devotion. Then Akinchid uche, speech could not come out. Ashru Pariprutakshaha, eyes are tearing, tears in the eyes. Then in the second sloka, Vishtabhya Chittam Pranayava Ghurnam. Pranaya, the out of love and gratitude, Avaghurnam, disturbed chitta, not a negative chitta. Kama क्रोध से भी डिस्टर्ब होता है. So pranaya avaghurnam chittam vishnabhya. Chittam, which is became as if unstable out of extreme gratitude and joy because of not finding any suitable words or ways to express it. वो विष्टभ्य हुआ चित्त को, सॉरी, वो प्रणय अवघूर्ण हुआ चित्त को उन्होंने विष्टंभनम किया. विष्टंभन मीन्स he brought into his own control. Okay, he brought into his own senses. So everywhere it is so. When the child has some hurt, he cries. He is in the dukkha avaghurana chitta. Then when you ask 10 times, kya hua, bata re, then he becomes his chitta, he brings control, vishtabhya. Then he tells, this is the reason I am crying. So he too also, pranayava ghurnam chittam vishtabhya. The pranaya is the word prakarshena nayanam. You give to your grandchildren this name, pranaya. Wonderful. Prakarshena nayanam pranayanam means what? Taking closer and closer to divinity is called pranaya. So that pranaya is prema, the bhakti marga, the pranava is omkara, the jnana dhyana marga to take us to God. So इतना प्रीति प्रणय हो गया उनको भगवान कृष्ण के प्रति. पहले तो था ही. Throughout the life, naturally, Uddhava was so much devoted. The result of that only, Bhagavan took all time patience to give the entire yoga. Now having received that, now see the competition between Bhagavan and Bhakta. Bhakta throughout the life when he serves, Bhagavan reciprocates him for giving the best of the knowledge, which will make him merge in Bhagavan only. क्या बढ़िया सा हेल्दी जोड़ी है कि नहीं. Beautiful divine competition between both of them. So pranaya avaghurna chittam vishtabhya. So many times it happens when you see your children coming after 3-4 years from foreign land. First pranaya avaghurnam chitta. You're so happy, excited and all. आजकल उसके लिए टाइम नहीं है. टाइम माइंड इज लॉस्ट इन टीवी, इज लॉस्ट इन तमोगुण, लॉस्ट इन विषय भोग. द प्योर जॉय ऑफ रिसीविंग आवर बिलवेड्स विद देयर चिल्ड्रन और एनीवन आजकल तो गया हो. वी आर ट्राइंग टू, वी आर बिकमिंग एनिमल्स एंड स्टोन्स ओनली, इमोशनलेस नाउअडेज. कौन आया कौन गया की फर्क पड़ता, ऐसे हैं हम. हमारा सेल फोन है, हमारा टीवी है, हमारा सिनेमा है, हमारा थर्ड रेट ईटेबल्स है एंड आवर पर्सनल. We are all bhatakti हुए आत्मा, everyone दुखी आत्मा. What a nonsense. Only above 60 have still the emotions of the devotion and all. नीचे वाले गयो, all casual. Even if it's there, very, very superficial, not deeply. So when the children come in that mood, if you are pranaya avaghurn hoga chittam, then vishtabhya, control karke, then you inquire. How was your 3 years? What have you studied? And etc. etc. अब आजकल वो मजा भी गया because every day online video you are watching as if they are in your house only. There's no surprises at all. Sara, for whatever the reason. Anyway, technology's boons and banes. A good topic can develop on. That's not our subject. Ours is spirituality, the boon. So, विष्टभ्य चित्तम प्रणवावघूर्णम, प्रणय से अवघूर्ण हुआ चित्त को विष्टंभन मतलब कंट्रोल करके अपने स्वाधीन में लाकर चित्त को, चित्तवृत्ति निरोध. प्रणयावघूर्णम चित्तम विष्टभ्य. Then dhairyena, he brought that dhirata. Because when we are in fear also, when we are in dukkha also, when we are in any humiliation, insult also, we lose all the dhairya and chitta becomes all disturbed. negative examples. So too in the positive examples of some surprised things gaining, that time also we lose sight of the chitta. It takes time for us to come to senses. So dhairyena, he had to bring all the dhairya. Uddhavji, dhairyena, hey Rajan. So while this Sukadevji was telling Parikshitji forgot Sukadevji. He went into the mood of Uddhavji because he is also listener. Therefore, सुखदेव जी अंडरस्टूड ये फेलो उधर जा रहा है मेरे बात नहीं सुन रहा है इसलिए हे राजन कितने गए हो मेरी बात सुनना हे राजन. See, when you listen to some beautiful emotional story and all, we enjoyed it. Our elders used to tell the Chanda Mama Katha so poetically in their own way. We used to get lost in it. They used to live the story, make us live. So here also, परीक्षित जी को वापस वापस बुलाकर सुखदेव जी कह रहे हैं धैर्येण देन व्हाट बहुमन्यमानः. बहुमन्यमानः. अब बहुमन्यमानः is a big word. How many ways you can explain it? बहुमन्यमानः is everything. First thing is what? अपने आप को महान फॉर्चुनेट मानना. बहु अपने आप को मानना. मन्यमान मीन्स मानने वाला. बहु मीन्स ग्रेट. He found himself to be so fortunate. Bahumanyam. Then Bahumanyamanaha is the glorification of Lord Krishna. At a different level he was today, specially for him. He is always with Krishna. Krishna was for everyone. So from that only Uddhavji was taking out whatever he was needing. But ये तो exclusively उन्हीं को पढ़ा है ना. Therefore, how much Bahumanyamanata he will have for Krishna. कृष्ण जी को, अपने आप को, अपने किस्मत को, कृष्ण जी के कृपा को. तो चार हो गए ना. हिमसेल्फ एंड हिज फॉर्चून, कृष्णा एंड हिज ग्रेस. बहुमन्यमानः, considering it to be so great, inexplicable. And the most important Bahumanyamanata is the, be attentive, the glory of the entire Yoga Marga shown by the Lord. So the Yoga Marga का ही मानना बहु है और वो मुझे मिला है. Is it not? Yoga Marga is great itself, but it is given to me. Like फॉरेन से कोई कुछ वस्तुएं लाए, it is being displayed. You say या क्या बढ़िया है बॉस. नहीं से अरे तुम्हारे लिए लाया हूं मैं. अरे देखो डबल हो गया कि नहीं धमाका. Here also the subject matter is so sublime and complete. Therefore Bahumanyamanaha, and it is given to him. So his fortune. Subject given to him. Krishna and Krishna's Karuna. All of them Bahumanyamana. How can you explain in any other language this word? Bahumanyamana means exceedingly, extremely feeling so great about all these three things. 3 into 2. Krishna great, Krishna's Kripa great. Krishna gave the knowledge great, and it is given to me. And I am great and fortunate because Bhagavan gave me time and shown me the path. In this way, you have to understand the feelings behind the words. What Shukadevji meant. So, Vishtabhya Chittam Pranayavagurnam Chittam Vishtabhya Dhairyena, having brought all the patience, Dhairya, then Bahumanyamanaha, feeling that Bahumanyamanata. How many times did we feel the Bahumanyamanata? Whenever given, we are given a good gift by others. The gift of objects, gift of food, gift of articles, gift of love, gift of time, gift of patting. How many times we felt and reciprocated it, at least with gratitudes. That shows we are sensitive. We are human. Only eating, not saying thank is like dog. Dog also sometimes thanks with the tail. दो मिलाकर कुत्ता कृतज्ञता बोलता है. जो नहीं बोलेगा वर्स देन इवन एनिमल्स. Bahumanyamana is a word. Very wonderful. So good it is in life. Feel that in your own house. Stop like today in afternoon's class, Telugu pravachan ke baad, people were talking about their lives and their family members. So almost all were talking Bahumanyamana about their own last father or mother or husband or wife, whatever. That is good. Never ever count your own curses or others' troubles to us. Count only the blessings and others' contribution. Mind is at peace. सौ बुराई एक अच्छाई है तो भी अच्छाई को ही हमें वैल्यू देना. That's what Lord Rama's gunas we saw. 100 things somebody does wrong, he never remembers. One thing good done, he always remembers. Kritagnya. We are the other way around. 100 things good are done. And ek kuch good gadwa, that only we highlight. This all shows how immature in our vyavahara, in our mind management and relation managements. Bahumanyamana. Thank your children, their spouses, and your grandchildren, your own servants. At least do in the mind. Outside, depending on the requirement. मन में तो करो पहले. Like every day, 24 hours, I don't extend my gratitude to you. I can't do it. It will be embarrassing. But in the heart, I have all the time. These are the few people who come so regularly and giving me this chance to talk. If they are also not there, where will I get the chance to give satsang on these great epics or texts? Always 24 into 7 I have it. होना भी चाहिए. In your form, who is seated is Bhagavan. Unless Bhagavad Krupa is there, how can you, like many millions, they don't listen. Only you listen. Therefore, it is God in your form for me. Bahumanyamana. Especially in that also few who are most regular for all. I am not blind. No, I am aware of all that. And the difficulties you go through at your age with responsibilities around, with the nagging family members and obligating your father relatives and all. How tough it is. Don't think that we don't understand it. We know. And yet you manage in that innocence, that devotion. Most important is you never question in your mind itself. Then where will you have the question outside? That is the purity of your heart. Just the knowledge is given, you are regularly coming and taking. Some of you have never had any question only. If you had questions, they couldn't question, so the left hand went away. So ठीक है चलता रहता है. Life is a continuous saga of uncertainties, and we know that. ये तो हम जानते ही हैं. Never mind. But then the group you are there. It is not me who is having satsang such long time. It's तो होता ही है. You have no option, but you have thousand options, millions, hundreds of great people are there who are giving satsangs and so many texts and all. Some of them gone also. But some of you are stuck to it. There are people who have good English, good examples, good text chosen, good way of speaking, more matured, more deep in sadhana and experience. So we are not blind. We know that. We feel it in the heart. That's why every day sadhakanam bhaktanam krite vigna nivaranartham shakti arogya praptyartham. I used to do it every day in the pujas. Now we are doing in the all the 6 classes. That is the feeling behind the Bahumanyamana. So too to the nature. Oh Prakriti Mata, how much you are giving me for my sustenance, security, happiness. Oh Adhisthana Devatas, how much you are forgiving me for all our stupidities, yet going on supporting. We don't even Bahumanyamana to our own parents. That was gone cases we are. याद रखो जिंदगी में लोग दुख ले आते हैं हमारे लिए, वो हमारा प्रारब्ध है. बट जो भी कंट्रीब्यूशन वो करते हैं वो हमारा पुण्य से होता है. लेकिन दे बिकेम निमित्त नो. फॉर दैट सेक वी हैव टू एक्सटेंड ग्रेटिट्यूड्स. इवन लिटिल डन बहुमान्य माना. सो प्रभु को, सदगुरु को, पूरा प्रकृति माता को, माता पिता को, सारे विश्व को और सारे भाई बंधु मित्र, even the पशु पक्षी बहुमान्य माना. Everyone is contributing. You know, at every moment, thousands are working for my sustenance and comfort. Thousands are working. So many Small little insects, bacteria, fungus, healthy bacteria also are there. All of them are working for. We are trying to develop an attitude of Bahumanyamanata by explaining at length with so many examples. After explaining what Bahumanyamanata Uddhava had at that context towards Krishna and his Karuna, Krishna's teachings and the glory of those teachings, and they are given to him. He has chosen that. Is it not great? Many he could have given to anyone. As I told you other day, Krishna के family में हजारों लाखों लोग हैं. He has taken Uddhava and he gave that to him. Chosen him means that is Bahumanyamana. And he himself also, oh, I'm so, not arrogance, but that feeling the self-respect with humbleness. Himself, his fortune, Bhagavan's teachings and their glory, Krishna himself and his Karuna. In the same way, learn in our life of the attitude of Bahumanyamana. What we do generally, all the food dishes are given. One dish is less, we fight for that. Everything is tasty. Ek mein namak kam dala, then we become angry. One small thing, how can it cover so many good things done? Should we be that way training our minds? We have to be perfectionist for ourselves in our performance. But when the people come to us, anything little they do, that is enough. That should be perfect. That should be accepted. ठीक है. See that attitude. First thing we have to learn in our mind is life is mind को बचाओ, शांत रखो उसको. Energy बहुत कंजर्व होता है. After that only you can understand the jagat, the maya, the prakriti, that's uncertainties. Then only you can learn to go through it and tolerate it. After that only we can go for spirituality to learn what is God, who is God, where is God, how to reach God. वो तो दूर की बात है. We can't even maintain relations with people. Attitude of gratitude is not there. Bahumanyamana. And if something is not there, lacking, we should have the art of telling them without telling. होटल में गए आप, so that serving person or manager will ask you, how was the food, sir? Can't say on his face, it's like your face only. It may be so also. And you can lovingly give suggestions if at all to be required. But Bahumanyamana. How do we do this? Only when we know that in this world everybody is struggling, even a worst criminal also, to evolve. In the stage of evolution, at this moment, he is in that mood. If we have that sensitivity, then we sympathize with others, whatever the position they are. After that comes this Bahumanyamanaha. Nobody by choice cheats. They are choiceless. They are imperfect or doing something wrong. That sensitivity we have to have. हमको क्या लगता है ना, लोग जानबूझकर हमको दुखी कर रहे. Is it not? This is the biggest blunder we do. Even if they do deliberately harm to us, in the peace of our own mind, we should sympathize with them, saying that I think they are not completely understood. And that way. What nobody deliberately does, but we say कि तुम जानबूझकर कर रहे हो. No, then how will we have this Bahumanyamana to anyone if that attitude is ours? इसलिए have such a expanded large heart to forgive everyone for every of their mistakes. At the same time, doubly expanded heart to love and embrace everyone in your mind. This is called practical spirituality. Without these, neither our ego be subdued, nor the vasanas are reduced, nor the disturbance of the mind is removed, nor rajotama eliminated, nor the chitta is brought from Kshipta Moda Vikshipta to Ekagra. I am just explaining one word, Bahumanyamanaha. That way, in every of our Shastra, If you have time and patience, we can learn so many beautiful attitudes or values to better our own life. Bahumanyamana. That word, the Sanskrit is such a thing, no? Because the Deva Bhasha, Hridaya Bhasha, you understand it. But we have to put it in other language. There are no same feeling conveying words. Some nearby words are there, but they won't give satisfaction. Therefore, everyone you can see, they go on repeatedly telling, स्वामी इतने बार क्यों बोल रहा है? क्योंकि वो तृप्ति नहीं हुआ उनको. जो फीलिंग हो रहा है संस्कृत में पढ़ने के बाद, उसको दूसरे भाषा में बोलने में. He is not feeling contented. Like the dumb fellows or the children. They enjoy, but how to tell them they are lost in words. Then they say the same thing again and again. In that way. I loved this. Every word is beautiful. Pranayava ghurnam chittam vishtabhya dhairyena. Then bahumanyamanaha. These are all Uddhavji at that time. Krutanjalihi. आप ऊपर भी बताया बद्धांजलि ही कृतांजलि ही हाथ जोड़कर ऐसे कृतांजलि ही देन प्राहा ही स्पोक उद्धव जी प्रकर्षेण आहा with all the language tone tune yadu praviram. So यदु यदुवीरा यदु प्रवीर यदु राजा यदु के वंश में बहुत सारे वंश बीच में आते गए. Then Krishna came in that. So यदु प्रवीरा, the powerful as well as great among all the yadus. Prakarshena Veera, Sreshta and Veera. Yadu Praviram Praha Kritanjalihi. But before speaking, what is the most beautiful thing Uddhavji could do because he got the opportunity? I don't know when we will get this opportunity for ourselves. What is that? Shirshna Sprushanna Tata Charana Aravindam. पूरा झुककर उद्धव जी है ना भगवान के चरणारविंद को अपने सर से स्पर्श करके प्रणाम करके बोलने लगे. नो कैन देयर बी मोर जॉय इन दिस वे. पूरा झुको योर हेड एंड टच द फीट ऑफ विथ योर हेड द फीट ऑफ योर पेरेंट्स एंड द गुरु. और मौका मिला तो डायरेक्ट भगवान. डोंट मिस दिस हाईली ब्लेस्ड जॉयस ऑफ लाइफ. We have forgotten all that on the name of yoga. Every day we do pranam to our own legs and we do blessing to ourselves. ये ऐसे ही होता है ना? क्या बढ़िया है. एल्डर्स दे डू. अब 60 वाले मैं देख रहा हूँ इसलिए कह रहा हूँ. देयर पेरेंट डाइड 50 years back, yet they look at them and do pranam to them. In so many places ऐसा. So when we go to their house, they show they themselves are डंडा पकड़ के चल रहे थर्ड तीसरा टांग. बट दे शो स्वामी माई मदर फादर. अरे मेरे को क्या लेन देना, इतने बड़े हुए कभी मर गए वो. बट दैट्स नॉट द थिंग. देयर डिवोशन टू देयर पेरेंट्स वी रिकॉग्नाइज इट. अदरवाइज हमको तो खाना दो, व्हाट विल आई डू विद दैट ऑल बेसिकली तो. बट दैट्स नॉट आवर एटीट्यूड. वी रिकॉग्नाइज इट. इवन आफ्टर सो मेनी इयर्स दे आर ग्रेटफुल टू देयर पेरेंट्स. मामा जी मैं कुछ करूँ या ना करूँ, आई डोंट नो, भगवान पूजा, मेरे पेरेंट्स को तो मैं डेली प्रणाम करूँ. हाउ ब्यूटीफुल यार. तो हमें दैट इज वर मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव. अरे भगवान को प्रणाम करके पेरेंट्स को रुलाने वाले इतने लोग हैं. यू आर मेनी टाइम्स बेटर देन देम. इज इट नॉट? So, Shirshna Sprushan Tat Charana Aravinda. What we have to be is what? To change ourselves. We need not rush through, browse through, and run through the Shastras. Such shlokas when they come. Like the earlier one also, Krishna's last shloka we saw 3 days. This also. At every word level, see the literal meaning and feel it in our own minds, emotions, and experience. And then these pranams are physical list. Importantly, they are in the mana. तो बिना मन में प्रणाम का प्रणाम भावना का फिजिकल शरीर से करने से उतना लाभ नहीं होगा. सेम वे यू हैव डिवोशन इन द हार्ट बट नॉट डूइंग फिजिकली व्हेन द चांस इज देयर, दैट आल्सो करेक्ट नहीं है. That is what Bhagavan exhaustively told us. Brahmane pulkase stene, un sab mein samadrushti kaha. And in the next sloka, what did he say? Without identifying with your deha and the deha of them, without feeling shy within, without even thinking what the people think. Please do the Dandavat Pranama to Ashwa Chandala Gokhara. भगवान ने कहा कि नहीं, to the horse also, Chandala also, cow also, donkey also. To all of them you do pranama, then it is understood that you have done the sadhana, that in every Rupanama, Bhagavan alone is there. See, relate that teachings of Bhagavan Krishna to this topic. And if the accessibility is not there, of physically doing pranama, nothing is lost if you can do in your own mana. And for our fortune, day before yesterday, we chanted in Venkateshwara Prapatti. Sri Venkatesha Charanau Sharanam Prapadye, Sri Venkatesha Charanau Sharanam Prapadye, Sri Ramachandra Charanau Sharanam Prapadye, Sri Krishna Chandra Charanau Sharanam Prapadye, Sri Sadguru Charanau Sharanam Prapadye, Sri Matu Charanau Sharanam Prapadye. Whoever is your Bhagavan, unke charan mein sharan. Pranam. Man. Like Gurudev, no, I can't touch his feet now. I close eyes, his feet are there. Pranam karo, har din. So to the parents, do pranam. To all the gurus who have blessed, who are blessing, who will bless, सबको प्रणाम. देखो हम जैसे यूजलेस पहले को मैनेज करने के लिए कितने गुरु लोग मेहनत कर रहे होंगे. हम उनको हमें तो क्या कर सकते हैं एक्सेप्ट डूइंग प्रणाम टू देम. Very serious disease comes. Simple disease है, compounder only will give injection to जा. Problematic case है, so the doctors in the hospital, every staff and special people are called from other places and all, special consultants. Our case is like that spiritually. So how much grateful you have to be to all masters who have blessed us earlier, now they are taking care in future also. Depending on the disease, the experts. गुरु तत्व एक ही होता है, स्वगुरु एक ही होते हैं, बट इन कंसल्टेशन लाइक द मेन डॉक्टर इज ही, बट ही टेक्स हेल्प ऑफ अदर्स टू ट्रीट अस. इन द सेम वे आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग, आंख बंद करके पेरेंट्स के, सदगुरुओं के, संत महात्माओं के चरण हर दिन हमें मन में 5 मिनट कम से कम बैठकर प्रणाम करना. मेक ए प्रैक्टिस ऑफ इट फ्रॉम टुडे. Parabrahma, he has no body but still feel and do Charana Pranam. Shruti Mata, Charana Pranam. And remember all the gurus whom you remember. The Vyasa, the SHUKA, the Suta, then Vaishampayana. These are all Bhagavata Acharyas. Don't we do it in the end of class every day? Samasta Bhagavata Acharyebhyo Namaha. Do we do it? Some Shastracharya Parampara, Upanishadacharya Parampara, Ramayana-acharya Parampara, Bhagavata-acharya Parampara. I do it fast, but in the mind we are doing pranam to them. That's one of the very good practice. And that enhances our sadhana because all of them take care of us. We are praying to them. हम खुद ही कर रहे हैं, कोई गुरु भगवान को याद नहीं कर रहे, तो गाड़ी चलेगा लेकिन धीरे. I am talking about शीर्षणा प्रणम्य तत्चरणारविंदम. शीर्षणा स्पृशन तत्चरणारविंदम. भगवान के चरणारविंदम. Now he is a Bhagavan, he is a Guru, he is a Mitra, he is a Sakha, he is Mata Pita, everything. Because already he told कि तुम्हारे लिए तो धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष भी नहीं, मैं ही हूँ. है ना, मोक्ष देने वाले गुरु, हाँ, अर्थ देने वाले पेरेंट्स, and then dharma dene wale children, because we take care of them as dharma. Then the kamana dene wala wife or husband, whatever. All is Bhagavan only for him. So Sri Krishna Spuran Tacharanarvindam. I thought while talking to you, remembered the masters and did pranams to them. Puja Gurudev, Paramaguru Tapon Maharaj, then Adi Guru Shankara, then Paramaguru of Adi Shankara, our own Gaudapadaji. And here the Hiranyagarbha, the Kapila, the Patanjali, the Vyasa Maharaj, and all the Vrittikaras. Whichever the text we do the Paramparas Pranam. So Vedavyasa, Vaishampayana, Yajnavalkya, Adi Shankara. So too there Mahavishnu, Lord Krishna, Vedavyasa, then Bhishma and Yudhishthira and Adi Shankara. These are all Vishnu Sahasranama Acharyas for us. Here also Brahma, Shrutimata, Sitarama, Uma Maheshwara, Vyasa Bhagavan. क्योंकि अध्यात्म रामायण के ये गुरु परंपरा भागवत के भागवत गुरु परंपरा परब्रह्म महाविष्णु ब्रह्मदेव सनकादि मुनि नारद वेदव्यास शुकदेव सूत महामुनि then Vaishampayana Rishi, then all the followers. So topic is Uddhava did pranam to Krishna. What we have to learn from that? To the Bhagavan, to the Gurus, to the parents, elders, always by doing pranam to their feet, by bending our head and touching their feet is a great, great, great sadhana. Puja Moolam Guru Padam. Bas, Guru Paduka, Bhagavad Paduka. So now feel the whole sloka when I chant. Vishtabhya Chittam Pranayava Ghurnam Dhairyena Rajan Bahumanyamanaha Krutanjalihi Praha Yadu Praviram Shirshna Sprushan Stat Charanaravindam. So Shukadevji is telling to Parikshit ji, this is how at that moment when Krishna concluded the teaching of all Shastra Yoga Marga, the teaching of all the instructions, and having asked the question, when he kept quiet, Uddhavaji sa evam adarshita yoga marga Uddhavaha uttama shloka vashamya nishamya Uddhavaha Vaddhanjalihi priti uparubdha kantaha na kinchiduche. Ashru Paripludaksha for some time. Thereafter, that Chittam which was Avaghorna because of Pranaya, he just Vishtabhya has controlled it, Dhairyena gathered all the strength inside Bahumanyamanaha. Bahumanyamana is now the wordless expression it is. Isliye I try to explain the six things. It is only a little attempt to explain the word Bahumanyamana. अब क्या भी कहो वाह वाह का आहा आहा हो अद्भुतम आहो आहो अब any number of words of the all language of the whole world you put together, that words cannot express the feeling of Bahumanyamanata. And here it is expressed. Uddhavji tried. How he expresses Bahumanyamanata? Baddhanjalihi, then Srishna Sprushan Tat Charanara Vindam. हाथ जोड़े फिर झुककर अपने सर पूरे भगवान के चरण को स्पर्श करके. So this is how two shlokas of Shukadevji word to word we explained. Now he spoke Uddhavji ne Yadu Praviram Prahaha. And what did he say? What reply he gave to Bhagavan Krishna's query is so excellent. Again, that also every word at our own level of small little information and understanding we try to explain and enjoy. Padenge. Uddhava Uvacha. We will see tomorrow. But one shloka just taste. Immediately you have to reply and you have to be honest. Not jhoot bolna. Whether it is Arjuna there or Uddhava here, were very clear. And Bhagavan also clear. He is such a doctor knows what level of disease the patient is in, curable or not, what medication is giving, getting cured or not, to what level it is happening. All the tests done by doctor after being treating the patient is only to ensure his estimations. He knows how much it's working, but still to ensure. So too, Krishna Bhagavan jante hai his own treatment, and he knows the patient and its level of disease and its response to medicine. He knows it, but still he asked to listen for a patient for his own satisfaction. और कभी कभी बीमारी दूर होती है शरीर की, लेकिन मन का वो तसल्ली नहीं होता. Is it not? Because of various feelings. Some patients get fully cured, but they are unhappy because the bill is put more. Yaar, poking of injections are more. Health ठीक हो गया, but it still carries the load of complaints. आपके हॉस्पिटल में खाना नहीं था या टीवी था लेकिन ये चैनल नहीं चला. They nonsense. Everything. So Uddhava and Arjuna are not like that. They are honest. They were honest. Uddhavaji said here, Uddhava Vacha, Uddhava Vacha. This also again is last words. After this, he goes to Badri on the order of Krishna. Uddhava Vivacha will not be there anymore in Bhagavatam. It will be there only in again Skanda Purana, Mahatmya of the Bhagavatam. So, literal meaning is Vidravito Moha Mahandhakaraha Ya Ashritah Me Tava Sannidhanat. Because I am in your Sannidhana, the Moha Maha Andhakara, which was Ashrita in me, is Vidravitaha, made to get dried up or liquidator or what is it, driven away. The Dravita is driven. That English fellow spoke from the Sanskrit only. Dravita means driven away. मोह महाअंधकार मेरा ड्रिवन अवे हो गया. अब कभी कभी प्रश्न का उत्तर प्रश्न के रूप में होता है. हियर ही सेज विभावसोह किम्नु समीपगस्य. If somebody is near to vibhavasu fire, especially during winter, sheetam tamaha bhihi prabhavanti. Can they overpower the sheetam, the cold, tamaha, the darkness, the bhihi, fear? This came earlier also, this type of expression. Ajadya. Ajay is Brahmadeva. Adya is the Karana. Oh, Karana Brahmadeva himself, Lord Krishna, when we are near to the fire, will we have the overpowering effect of the cold, darkness, and fear? No. In the same way, I am near you and you taught me this. My Moha Andhakara is liquidated or driven away. द्रावित मीन्स पूरा सॉलिड था, द्रवित करके उसको हरित कर दिया, हरण कर दी, या उसको ड्रिवेन अवे कर दिया. सो व्हाट इज द मोह, व्हाट इज मोह महा अंधकारः, लिटिल बिट विल डिस्कस टुमारो. देन इन द 3 more श्लोकास भगवान को उद्धव जी रिप्लाई देकर सरेंडर करते हैं. भगवान प्लीज नाउ ऑर्डर मी व्हाट टू डू. भगवान says go to Badri and do your upasana meditation. Let's see that tomorrow. Beautiful, all these things. I hope you are also tuning and feeling that type of joy while attending classes and listening to all that. Sarvam Krishnarpanamom Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Bol Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. Sri Bhagavata Mahapurana शास्त्र की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. धन्यवाद महात्माओं आप सबको. Maya, we'll study our Adhyatma Ramayana today for some time.